everyone, my name is Sally McFadden, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States. My blog is thepolkadotlife.com. In addition to the details of today's project, you will find lots of past inspiration ideas there as well. We are going to be working with an online exclusive product today. It is the Iconic Imagery Collection of products, and I think that you are going to really enjoy it. You can use it for many different things. So we will make a project together today, and then I have a lot of examples to show you as well. So let's flip the camera down and get started on today's project. As many of you know, Stampin' Up! Has moved a lot of our product releases to an online-only platform or way of doing things. And it's just a little bit of a way to help control some inventory and to be able to bring you newer, fresher products more times through the year. And the Iconic Imagery Collection is one of those. And I wanted to share that with you today. Let's start by looking at the Designer Series paper. As you can see, that it gets its name because there are several little icons on these papers. And again, it carries over into the stamps and dies. But these are double-sided. There are 12 sheets. So there are 24 different prints. And so we have a lot of Christmas, just kind of a general winter one, birthday, celebrations, Hanukkah. This I think would be great for like a Hanukkah card, Christmas again, and then some fall prints and some generic ones. And I would just tell you, I only have this much of this one sheet of paper left because I have used it all. It's my favorite. I'm going to pull it out here first. I participated in a team swap and I used this print for my cards, and I will show that to you here at the end. But I just love this dove. It just was so peaceful and joyful to me. And then, like I say, that just has that other print on the back. But there are blues and Moody Mauve and Mossy Meadow and just cherry cobbler. I'm not sure if I think that is cherry cobbler. Yes, but just so many different things. Like this could be used for so many things. This for any Christmas card, winter, all kinds of celebrations, New Year's Eve, weddings, anniversaries, all of those things. What a great, you know me, I love my polka dots, of course. So that is one of my favorites as well. A cross hatch, some stripes here, different variations of stripes. And so those are just really good workhorses. Now, you know me, I'm not a big lover of a 6x6 paper, but when they're this small of a scale print, I actually like it this way. And you get a total of 48 sheets in each package of paper. Next up, let's feature the embellishments. And so these are called Pecan Pie and Clear Ribbon Adhesive-backed Dots. And I don't know if me bringing them up to the camera, if you can see them any differently, but they kind of have like a little crosshatch pattern in there in the Pecan Pie and the clear. So these go with a lot of different things. And then this one, we have the frayed grosgrain ribbon. It's similar to a ribbon we've had before, but on a smaller scale. It's thick, but yet it's pliable. You can tie a bow with it. So I think this is particularly nice for gift wrapping. If you have been to the craft store, you know that ribbon is not inexpensive. And I think that Stampin' Up! Does a really nice job with our trims and our ribbons. Now we'll bring in our stamp set and our die set, this bundle. It is a fun one. It's kind of a smaller set in some regards, size-wise, but there are a lot of different pieces. And there are some things in the dies, like these. There's no stamp for those. And there are 3 different labels, some little stars, some bigger stars, hearts, the candle, the flame, the holly berries or mistletoe berries. I'm not sure which exactly they are. I think they can go either way. And then the stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set. and it is two-step stamping. So you can get some really, really nice images with the stamps. I wanted to keep it simple today and just put a card together versus doing all of the stamping and all of the things today. But I wanted to show you some of the things you could do. Now I know that this is not the traditional color for Christmas, the Moody Mauve, but it really is pretty. And I'm making mine a Christmas card, but you wouldn't have to. It could just be a winter card. We're just going to make this a landscape one, and we'll put it together quickly. So we have our Designer Series paper on our card base. And then I just have 3 squares, and we're going to, let me see, maybe we'll just put our little stamped and die cut trees there for a minute. I think that this is one that I want to kind of lay it out first, and then we'll just go ahead and adhere it down. And then I have several different examples to show you. I also have a small piece of glimmer paper, and this one is the white, and this is from, let's see, it's the Berry Burst Old Olive and White package, and it is $6 for a pack of 3. But glimmer paper is one of those that you generally don't use a lot of all at one time, or it can really overwhelm your card. So I like to use it mostly as little accents, and I think that this is a good one. And I want to say that this came out with the Xenia set is what I think this one came out with. But the white especially is very pretty for this time of year. I wanted a more traditional Christmas greeting, and so I brought in the Peaceful Moments stamp set just for a little bit of something else. There are some nice greetings. There's a sentiment building or greeting building portion to the Iconic Imagery Suite on the stamps, but I just wanted something that was a little bit different. I used the other ones on my other cards, but I just wanted to mix it up a little bit, and just to remind you that just because it comes in a collection doesn't mean you have to stay within that collection. Take things that you've had for years, take things that you just got in a different suite of products, whatever. Just make it fun and make it your own. Going to run a little bit of liquid glue, and that's what I would suggest for working with glimmer paper when you are putting something on the top side of it. So. And it might even have to be held in place. If I had some grid paper, like I could put that on there and really line it up evenly and so on, but for the sake of today's video, we are just going to do it like this. We're going to bring in some dimensionals. And I think, hopefully these aren't too big. We're good. And I want to use dimensionals on the back of our trees. This is just a very simple layout. It is one that could be mass produced. If you were interested in, using this set for your Christmas cards, you could do just about any color. And I'm going to not press those down really hard because I want to see, if I'm eyeballing these at about the right place. And I can tell you I'm not going to be happy with those where they are. I should be standing up to do this, but trying to keep things in frame a little bit better for you today. Let's just pop this down to where the trunk is a little closer to the bottom. And like I say, you can put this together however you would like. I would think that you kind of want to have your borders about the same on those two sides. You can pop it up even further, or you can just adhere it down. I think I am going to put mine up on a dimensional. maybe 2. And again, I won't press those down until I know that I am happy with how I have things lined up. That's one thing nice about using dimensionals. It gives you a little bit of time. Not necessarily wiggle room, but you can get these off. And if it's been a while since you've had it down and you need to get it off, you can slide your snips in underneath there and do a little surgery and get them off that way. And I apologize if my sound gets a little funky. I am standing up here to do at least this portion. I just feel like I can get a better sight line for getting these semi-straight. And then you can again put this straight down. You can, I kind of like to stagger my dimensionals a little bit over the side of that, just because, you know, that glimmer paper surface is rough and we can get things laying down a little bit better. I'm sorry again for pulling these dimensionals off with my fingers. I really hate that. But I forgot my Take Your Pick tool on my other desk. And let's just pick this up, give it a little look. And that just came together really, really quickly. I just stamped and die cut out a bunch of images in the colors from the paper. And that's what I did. And I just put one of them on the outside of the envelope. And then I used the Sketch Plaid embossing folder. And that's what I did to get our pattern on our envelope. Now let me go ahead and show you a few other cards. I decided to make another mini slimline card, and I will link that video down below in the description box or in the blog post somewhere, or if you want to go back and see how to make the envelopes and the mini slimlines. I made a little wreath with our leaves, and this is such a pretty tag. I love this tag, and I really do love the font on the greetings that come in the stamp set. I'm just going to do some writing to some friends on the inside of that, and I really like how that one ended up turning out. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I saw this card somewhere and I duplicated it, or if I came up with it on my own. I am just not 100% sure. But it was where I started playing with this, and I really liked how it turned out. That paper, on a lot of these different prints, you can cut them into strips, and it works well for this. And so you can make that paper go a little bit further if you wanted to. So I really like how that is, and I took some of the, we get the twine in the multi-packs of colors, one of the tan colors, the crumb cake probably. I took my Cajun Craze marker and I colored it. And then I just took the little piece that I cut off the outside and put it on the inside. And then this is more of a winter card, or it could be like a Hanukkah card. It's done in the blues. It could be a Christmas card. It could have all kind of purposes. I used some of those little tiny stars here in the centers and some of the clear gems. And I did the same thing on the inside with those little stars and just stamped the envelope. And I thought it turned out pretty fun too. And then I just stamped on white, basic white paper. And then I just cut a strip and made my own designer series paper. And then this one, Peace and Joy, I just wanted to do one that kind of had a little country flair to it. And I didn't use absolutely everything. I used the ribbon and I used the designer series paper. I cut this image using the dies right out of that paper. This is the Spotlight for Nature. I think this is called Bark, maybe. I'm not sure what that one embossing folder is called. I just mixed up some designer series paper. This again was with that Peaceful Moments stamp set. And this one as well, the greeting. And I just thought this one had a little bit different feel to it. So like I say, mix and match your products to get what look or feel you want to have on a card. And then this is another one of those mini slimlines. You'd seen it in my other video, but I wanted to bring it out because I did use this suite of products to make it with. I made the Advent wreath using it. It was a lot of cutting and stamping for this and piecing it together, but I really, really like it how it turned out. It's kind of hard to see that I did the 1 pink and the 3 purple candles on that, and added some of those gems, some linen thread, and then just left the inside kind of blank. I used the lemon lolly. I didn't do anything on the flap of that one, but that's just another one of those mini slimline cards. And then this was the swap card that I was telling you that I used this paper on. I used the Shepherd's Care stamp set, and then this is also an online exclusive. I must have got some liquid glue on this. It's kind of bunched up here on me. But this one, it was just super easy to go together. Some gold foil, that sketch plaid embossing folder, some spatters, and then I just used that same stamp set on the inside. I will tell you, I used the spatters on the outside, and I didn't like the splatters that I got with the Stampin' Write markers, so I wanted to use my Stampin' Blend markers, which I got a better splatter, but I wasn't thinking about it coming through in the inside, so it bled through. So I just added this layer of basic white to kind of cover that up. But in the end, I really like it because it gives this card a little bit more of a substantial feel to it. So I kind of like that. And you know what? I almost forgot something because I very rarely use this. This is Wink of Stella. And I thought with that glimmer paper on there, let's just add a little bit of Wink of Stella to our tree that we have on our blocks here. And I think I'm getting low here. I may have to break out a new one. Probably hadn't broken out a new one since last year at Christmas time. But I will let this dry, and if it needs more, I will try to add another coat. Or, like I say, I have another one in reserve to open up if I need to. But this just makes everything a little bit more fun. There. It's very hard to see on camera. You probably don't even notice it. But maybe in the still shots you will see it. So I hope that this gives you some inspiration to maybe give this set a second look if you hadn't looked at it yet. And if you have been considering it, maybe I've even influenced you to push you over the edge. I would never do anything like that. I've never had that happen to me either. Haha. So I hope that you all have a great day, a great rest of your week, and hope that you have some fun crafting. This is the favorite time of year to be crafting for me. So I hope that you all get a lot of enjoyment and happiness from it too. As always, remember to be kind, send a card, and do something creative. Bye-bye.